Gonna try this take two here. We're at Magnolia Park here on Lake Apopka, Florida. As soon as I decided to make a video, there was nobody over here, and then everybody decided to finally get out of their cars and come walking over here. Pretty nice place down here on the lake. Wasn't where we initially planned on ending up today, but here we are, which is pretty cool. We've never been here before. Finally decided to check it out. I was wanting to make a video though. There's my wife way over there. Hello, dear. Had some comments on some of my videos. You know, I was talking about building a house over in the Philippines, and you know, talking about people who actually live over there that can't seem to get it done without getting ripped off. Though I think part of that is like people trying to start a project when they don't actually have the money to build a house, you know. And that makes them easy prey for people who will say, well, hey, just give me what you got up front and then we'll work something out as it goes, you know. I think it's easier if you actually have the money already to build the house. A little easier to find somebody, do stuff. You can be there to keep track of what they're doing, and as they need money for things and supplies and the different stages of things, you can get it done, you know. When we built ours, and this is what the topic is really about today, as I told the one person, it's not that I was lucky that I didn't get scammed. It's because of my wife, you know, and having a wife who knows what's going on over there, and her mom and her family. And my wife and her mom, they are all everybody in her family are all school teachers and stuff, and work in the municipality there. People like that, they know everybody in town, know what's going on, know how to get things done. So they were able, even though we weren't there personally, my wife was able, and her mom, through all these people that they knew, to make sure that things got done right, you know. As I've said before, basically I just made some drawings on some graph paper and emailed them over there to the architect and the engineer. And people used to stop by and look at the house. They'd be like, "Oh wow, who's the engineer on this?" You know, and my wife's mom would tell them, "Well, actually, it's Maville's husband," and we were able to send the drawings over there, and they had the architect, the engineer. They made up some official plans, to file with everything and get all the permits and all of that. But my wife's mom was right there. They were living there. We ended up tearing down like half of that little house that they were living in while we were, building. So she's right there on scene, obviously, and there to watch everything. They had lunch and snacks for everybody every day. We had like 16, 17 people there working on it every day. And there's a little view back there, a little pier, Supposedly you can see some gators around here sometimes. But you have to have somebody who's there to see what's going on, obviously, and keep track of things. So it's not, even though we were over here, we knew every day what was going on, who was doing what. If there was something that they had a question about, they could talk to my wife and get things squared away. Here's a little cormorant or something down here going under. But really, a lot of guys, they like to be in control of things, and maybe they're in a situation where their wife, fiance, girlfriend, whatever it happens to be, they don't really trust them anyways that much. And maybe, especially if they're not living in a local area where their wife is actually from, you get some guy who they have a girlfriend and they bring her over to where they're at, and she's just staying with them, and they're not really around any of their family, and they decide they're going to try and do something like build a house or whatever there. Maybe they don't really know the local people and not plugged into that local scene, and so it's kind of hard for them to tell the guy, well, these are the people we need to use. But a lot of times you see these guys that are over there, and they'd rather, for some reason, work with some foreigner anyways, you know. I don't know, but that's the way a lot of guys are. And thing is, you know, your wife over there, her or your girlfriend, whoever, they are plugged into what's going on in the local scene. You know, they've been there their whole life. They know who's what, who gets things done, how to get things done. You know, the one instance I talked about in one other video, the guy, you know, didn't even have a permit for like 5.5 months. You know, apparently his wife's sister had recently had a house built. It never occurred to them, I guess, to talk to her beforehand about things. Only after all this other crap went down did they decide, oh, well, you know, my wife's sister built a house a while back. Maybe she can help us with things, you know, and tell us what to do. But like I say, I think the situation there was just, they didn't really have the money to build the house at the moment anyways. And so it was easier for them to fall prey to somebody who was on the lookout for people to rip off. But your wife over there, her family, you know, she's got a generations deep pool of local knowledge to draw from that you don't have as a foreigner. And a lot of guys, they just don't recognize that. They don't take advantage of what their wife has to offer. They don't understand that their wife is their biggest asset when it comes to getting things done over there. Now, I understand too that some of these people, they maybe their wife is not like that. You know, maybe their wife is like hit machine 24/7 likes to talk about, you know, stupid, uneducated from some little village in the mountains and doesn't know anything. And so so maybe they can't. But that's not most people, you know. Most people have a wife over there. They know what's going on. You know, my wife is 30 years younger than me. But aside from contributing some drawings, some money, you know, my wife's the one that got the house built, not me. You know, my wife and her mom. So, and there's my wife right here. What do we have? Some dried mangoes. Oh, I'll try dried mango. Is it a product of the Philippines?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, you brought it with you? Some of the Philippine stuff that my wife brought home with her.
I bought different brands. So far, this is the one I like.
Let's see what it is. Pro Food Cebu brand.
And I think they have like the 7. I don't know.
Pretty good. Dried mango. But a lot of guys don't seem to understand that their wife is their biggest asset. But a lot of guys move over there and I don't know, maybe they just move over there on their own and they're looking for, maybe they end up getting involved with somebody as a girlfriend and they don't really trust her that much. Most people in that situation though, they're not actually looking to build a house over there or something, you know. They're just going to rent a place, have their girlfriend stay with them until you get, you know, some of these guys though, eventually if they get married or whatever, then they start thinking, well, you know, build a house for my wife. But even then, they want to trust foreigners and stuff, you know. Is there a good view through there?
There's a guy standing on his boat.
Oh, yeah, way out there.
See?
At least those aren't ones you need to put a coin in, huh?
Yeah.
Let me see what's going on here. Oh, wow, brings it in close. Nice. Need this at our house in the Philippines up on the roof to watch the neighbors get some chismes. But because we've got a view up on our roof, we can see everything for a long ways away. That's got to be at least 20 power, so. But yeah, that's what my video is about today. Just, you know, your wife knows more than you do about
I
getting
do.
things done in the Philippines. Yep, she said she does. It's like she's always saying, you see these comments on videos and these videos people make, all these generalizations they make about Filipinas and all of that. You know, I had some guy comment on one of my videos. You know, you see a lot of those comments. You know, as long as they've got your money, you know, to
I make
use,
my own money.
yeah, they'll be there, keep you happy, and whatever. You know, that's one nice thing too. You know, one person made a comment about their extended family. Make sure they don't mind having you as part of the family. And of course, there was, you know, absolutely zero tampo. You know, that's these guys here. They're the man. They're going to put their foot down, and you know, their wife had better never want things her way. You know, they're in control, and that's the reason why a lot of guys don't trust their wife to help them get things done, because they want to be the ones in control all the time. Fortunately, with my wife, you know, her family, they don't need stuff from us. You know, they've got their own jobs, like I say, you know, teachers and working in the municipality. They own businesses. You know,
We're
our,
family of teachers.
yeah. And then what's
We have our own school joke.
yeah, and then you've got the
They're gonna bash me again.
you've got the you know, the business where she has with all the flowers she sells to people all over the world. You know, for like plants that cost like $1,000. You know, and stuff. And you know, does you know, events like flowers and stuff people buy for events. I know when I went to my wife's college graduation, she hooked me up with some flowers and roses to take and things. You know, her one uncle owned a bus company and everything, you know, part of it, you know. But I mean, fortunately, we don't have a family who needs anything from us. Yeah, they own it, right? Yeah, because you were telling me they got sued the one time when somebody got killed or something or whatever, like or an accident.
Oh my God, that's a pretty bird.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, that's not.
No, that was a different one. Oh, okay, but yeah, you know, they.
My aunt.
Yeah. Oh,
She
yeah.
owns like, you know, like different kind of businesses in Cagayan. They are, if you need a used car or a car, to sell car, what is that? Auto Works? Yeah, that's their.
Auto Works in Cagayan.
Yeah, that's their company out there.
Hope the little girl doesn't ride her scooter off the edge of the pier.
No.
Oh no! But yeah. So, anyways, see, we gotten into some like ad lib stuff here. This is our life. Hanging out in Florida. This is a beautiful day, maybe around 70 degrees today. Gonna get cold. The weatherman said next couple of weeks into January, some of the coldest weather we've seen in years, you know. She'll be fine. Ah. The gator will get her when she runs off the edge. Then you got the other girl doing cartwheels. She might fall off and get eaten. We're gonna go watch some kids get eaten. It's kind of nice down here. You can fish. Lots of ducks and stuff around. But yeah, trust your wife.
Not all the time.
Well, yeah, not all the time, maybe, but you're ruining my video, dear. You're contradicting my statement. Yeah, she's right though. Not all the time. Everybody's different though, you know. But if you find the right person, and you know, you weren't just there looking for a quick, easy score with some girl who then moves in with you or whatever, you know.
Just find like the people. I mean, like, doesn't want drama. No, that's it.
Yeah.
And nonchalant.
Yeah. Hard to find sometimes over there, but
Keep digging.
you know, your wife knows a whole lot more about what's going on in the local area than you do. And sometimes you got to take advantage of that knowledge. And here we are, nice place. Eating our dried mango. Yeah, they went down here behind these reeds and stuff here. It'd be nice to see if there's some bass under these lily pads. We got to come back with a fishing rod. Anyways, adios. Signing off. Over and out.